Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community, Oceania Hundoke, today with Reverend Santosh Neopane. It's Wednesday, the 13th of March in 2024, or the 4th of February in the 12th year of Chongalguk. So thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji, Champumnimge, Chambe, Paro, and we'll recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가정맨세 6. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 손을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 6. Our family, the owner of Chongalguk, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the heavenly parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. Just join me. I'll offer the opening prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, we're truly grateful to be able to greet the day together with you as a community. Our desire really is to serve and attend our true parents, and especially our true mother who's here upon this earth, really desperate to realize your substantial kingdom. And we want to see the unification of North and South Korea. We want to be able to see our mother rest in Chongalguk, that is substantially in a nation that has accepted true parents fully, a nation that is blessed, a nation that is following the constitution of heaven and truly becoming the model for the world. This is really in front of us. The transfer of dominion is taking place. As more and more people are becoming blessed, the people are becoming the true sons and daughters of you, our Heavenly Parent, that you longed for ever since the beginning of creation, even before creation. Your heart longed to love. Your heart longed and knew that only by living for the sake of others can love truly grow and blossom. And we want to see this world that is only true, that is full of true love, full of sons and daughters that have matured and become true parents. We are lucky to be living in this amazing golden age of our true parents who are alive here upon this earth, and to be amongst the first to recognize their truth and recognize the value that only through the true parents, which represent you here on this earth. And now we are in this year of Chongalguk, and soon the opening of the Chongshin Won Chongal Sanctum will take place, and thereby enabling you to take your rightful position as the owner and take back ownership of this earth. So thank you for being here with us, and we pray that we can always do our best for you and for our true parents, and that as a community of faith, that you can see hope and joy and receive the encouragement that we will succeed. So I report this in our names, John and Shizia and Reza, blessed central family. Arju. Now welcome Reverend Santosh as he shares with us this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, all brothers and sisters. Let me share myself, share my screen. Reverend John, is it okay?
Yes, can see it. Yes.
Thank you very much. So recently we had a very successful fishing tournament in New Zealand. I would like to congratulate the New Zealand family for this very successful tournament. And as we know that yesterday we had very wonderful PCLC. It was amazing to see Reverend Daniel, a powerful message, powerful message. When I listen Reverend Daniel's such a powerful message, I saw a great hope for heavenly parents, our true parents in our country, Australia, and not only in Australia, but whole region of Oceania. I was thinking that one day we should arrange a program in the University of South Pacific in Fiji, and we have to bring Reverend Daniel as one of the speakers to speak among the hundreds of students. They study in the University of South Pacific from different part of Oceania, from different countries of Small Island nation. So thank you very much, and congratulations, Reverend Daniel, for such a powerful and awakening speech representing the youth of our country and our region. Today, Reverend Utaka is in Samoa together with President Hori. He's originally Reverend Utaka doesn't want to miss any leading any Hunduk session, but because of the internet, the internet is so weak there, so he could not join Zoom, and he asked me to do today's Hunduke, and I was ready for this. As you know, that Universal Peace Federation here in NSW, so we've been doing, we started a bi-monthly meeting from this year. The first bi-monthly meeting was held on the 5th of February, 5th of February with the theme UN Interfaith Week, with the theme UN Interfaith Week. And then our second, during the first bi-monthly meeting, we had 5 speakers, including Reverend Greg Stone. So speakers gave their thought from their religious perspective about interfaith. And then finally, Reverend Stone gave true parents' perspective. In one sense, Reverend Stone's presentation was like educating the ambassador for peace about interfaith, what true parents teach us from true parents' perspective. So our second bi-monthly test for Ambassador for Peace, second bi-monthly meeting for Ambassador for Peace, it will be on the 15th of April. Originally, we were planning for the 8th of April, but this is the month of Ramadan, and here in NSW, we have a lot of Ambassador for Peace who are Islam, and they requested that if we could change the date for the second bi-monthly test, because they don't want to miss the meeting. So we thought that we should be kind and should be wise, that we want everyone to participate the second bi-monthly meeting. So we decided that 15th April from 6:30 to 8:30 we'll have second meeting, the bi-monthly meeting for Ambassador for Peace. And the theme of that meeting will be sports for the promotion of peaceful and inclusive societies. Originally, this theme came from UN, because that month, that week, somewhere is UN International Day of Sports for Development and Peace. So Father established Universal Peace Federation as able UN. So means Father developed his own education for each and every UN days that is celebrated by the Ken UN. So see, every UN days, if we research, there are something that Father has spoken and Father has guided the humankind. So this theme, sports for the promotion of peaceful and inclusive society, centering on this topic also, there are a lot of guidance from true parents, from true parents. So we thought that we need to use the UN theme and give true parents' perspective on the UN theme to our Ambassador for Peace and that is the universal perspective. Preparedness perspective is the universal perspective. So we thought in that way. So I'm expecting that Reverend Greg Stone again will speak on this theme. For the preparation of that day, I thought of doing some kind of condition and started researching what True Parents has spoken about the sports, because True Parents initiated many sports, like fishing sports. True Parents initiated soccer, martial arts, and many other sports True Parents has invested. So I found some speech given by True Parents centering on the sports. So I'll be reading that speech today. But before that, I'll just refresh with what are our program for this year in NSW UPF. So like this is some dates are mistake here. So on the 15th of April is Sports and Development for Peace, where Reverend Stone hopefully and surely will speak on this topic. And on the 8th June is Global Parents Day. So we'll be talking about True Parents teaching and the role of the parents. So we haven't yet finalized the speaker for this program. In the 10th August, no, it's 12th August. 12th August on Monday. So we'll be celebrating UN Youth Day. We'll be celebrating UN Youth Day. So our brother Kane he has confirmed that he will be the speaker, and he will speak to parents' perspective on the youth empowerment. And I'm hoping on that day, country like Solomon Island, Fiji, and then surely Samoa and probably Palau, they will host a watch party among the youth of their country, so that they can benefit with the youth in that country will benefit with the powerful speech that Ken will be delivering on that day. And then finally, on 5th October, we'll be celebrating Mental Health Day, that is UN Mental Health Day. And Dr. John from Melbourne has promised that he will be the speaker for that day. So these five sessions in different days in this year. So we'll be guiding Ambassador for Peace, different topics, in different topic to parents' view. So today, beside that, we'll also celebrate UN Family Day in May. We'll celebrate UN Peace Day in September, and then finally in December, I think the last day of November, we'll have a Living for Others Award here in Sydney, and we're planning that Living for Others Award should be a national program for this year. And there is a lot of discussion and brainstorming going on among leaders how we will make it a national program. So today I'll read the role of sports in creating world peace. This message was given by True Father on 12th June 2002 in Seoul, Korea. Respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great joy to be able to share this meaningful time with you today. In particular, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to those leaders participating in the 17th World Cup co-hosted by Korea and Japan, who are honoring this rally with their presence despite their busy schedule. Today, the 12th of June, in the 13th day of the World Cup, soccer fever is heating up around the world. Each day we see the drama of competition played out in the midst of upset and upheaval, joy and disappointment. In the midst of this, a celebration of friendship and excitement is unfolding that transcends race, ideology, and national boundaries. As we gather here today, we must think deeply about how to work through sports to bring peace to all humanity. The Bible says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." That's Matthew 5:9. Throughout my life, I have attended God in the context of religion, academia, media, culture, the arts, sports, and other fields by putting these words of the Bible into practice under the will of heaven. My life of more than 80 years has been a continuous offering of sincerity and dedication for the establishment of God's will and his ideal of freedom and happiness and the realization of a world of peace. As you are well aware, through its long history, the world has tried to bring about peace by every possible means. But it is not a problem that can be solved by the political, economic, or military power of any one country. The fact is that there needs to be a fundamental truth, an ideology of peace that can be applied to family, clan, people, nation, the world, and even the cosmos. The whole of true ideals, true love, true life, true lineage, and true peace is God's ideal of creation and is also the long cherished desire of humankind. But when we speak of ideals, happiness, love, and peace, we must begin by inquiring as to the origin of these. Here, the fundamental truth is to be found in a life of serving, sacrificing, and living for the sake of one single reciprocal partner. The fundamental principle of the orderly existence of the universe is that, like God, each being exists for the sake of other beings. The omniscient God is the King of wisdom. By his wisdom, he created worlds of being in such a way that subject and object partners have to live for one another to bring about true love and true happiness and true peace. All beings are interconnected and possess dual purpose. At the center of each entity, there are dual purpose. There is purpose relating to its internal character, Sunsan, that seeks the good of the larger whole, and there is the purpose relating to its external form, Hyungsan, that seeks the entity preservance and comfort. Exemplifying the internal purpose, the action of protons and electrons make it possible for an atom to exist. Atoms as positively and negatively charged ions from molecules. Nutrients composed of such molecules make it possible for plants to grow. As plants multiply, they provide food for animals. Also, oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged between animals and plants. Bees and flowers coexist with each other. If we observe the heavenly bodies, we see that the sun and its plants engage in a give and take action that allows the plants to revolve around the sun as a precise distance while maintaining their rotation. Early in my life, I realized that there is a fundamental truth of the universe. All beings exist for the sake of others. This truth applies everywhere. So we apply to the parent-child relationship. True parents come to be, and true sons and daughters come to be. It is an undeniable truth that the state in which parents and children can achieve happiness comes about only when the family members live for the sake of others. Existing for the sake of others is a fundamental principle of the universe. Only when we stand on this principle, we can complete all happiness, all peace, all ideals, and all love. If we expand the principle of living for the sake of others, we can transcend nations and ethnicity and bring about a world of peace who live for the sake of others. Without a doubt, such a world would be the world of perfect true love, true ideals, true peace, and true happiness that humanity has long hoped to achieve. If we hold onto the principle of living for the sake of others, we can go anywhere. If you go to the spirit world, having practiced a life of true love, of living for the sake of others on earth, you will be able to receive God's blessing for eternity. This is because God is the central being of heaven and earth. You will discover then that there is no happiness greater than this. We need to understand that a being that lives for the sake of others takes the central position in its environment, and because it is the central, that being can develop a unified environment and a world of peace. Today, there are many religions with many different scriptural texts, but their core teaching all boil down to the word living for the sake of others. What are the characteristics of true religion? A religion of love, a religion of ideals, and happiness that can lead people to peace. You already know the answer. The religion that says it will sacrifice itself for the sake of the individual, for the sake of the family, for the sake of the clan, for the sake of the people, for the sake of the nation, for the sake of the world, for the sake of heaven and earth, and sake of God, is a true religion, an ideal religion, a religion that can lead the world's people to peace and happiness. Peace is a term that arises in a reciprocal context. The same is true of happiness. No one can experience happiness alone. Knowing this, we conclude that the happiness of the entire universe began with each individual's effort to unify. Peace and all ideal begins from and are connected to the point where each of us rise to become unified. Human work alone will not bring about peaceful ties among people. Why is this? Fallen people seek only their benefit. They try to use each other for their purpose. Each person pursues his or her interest and accumulates as many goods as possible. This is not true of you who are here today. Even successful member of parliament, those well respected in their community, and people in the leadership position scramble to increase their power and advance their interest. In the world until now, this has been the essential base of our lives. In the environment of a world overrun by people living for their own sake, conflict will never end. Here, let us observe the structure of our body. Did the eye come into being so that it could live for itself? Was the mouth created for its own sake? No one was created for its reciprocal partner. No. Was the mouth created for its own sake? No. Each was created for its reciprocal partner. Did the ear come into being for its own sake? No. It was created so that it could hear for the sake of the whole body. Was the nose created for its own sake? Our hands were not created just to service their purpose. The sexual organs of men and women were not created for men and women themselves. Instead, the husband's sexual organ was created for the sake of his wife, and wives for the husband. This is where peace begins. At the point where each person tries to live for the sake of others, a mother's body is structured so that it does not just serve her purpose, but also so that she can exist for the sake of her husband and children. Reading until this, Father is talking about sports for peace, but until now, Father has not spoke anything about sports. Gathering all the sportsmen and women and people related with the sports, or particularly here, people who are related with the soccer, Father is talking about living for the sake of others. So we can understand how much Father's feeling, how much he was feeling urgent to teach the sports people the universal principle of living for the sake of others. So the conclusion Father will surely come is, in sports, you have to live for the sake of others. You have to practice that principle of fairness in the sports. Throughout our lives, my wife and I have worked together in many different areas to bring about one peaceful world, a world in which people live for the sake of others. Representative examples of this are the interreligious, international, and inter-NGO activities and education of both the ruling party and opposition that we are conducting to bring down the barriers of race, religion, national boundaries, and language. Another is the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, which promotes the true family movement and pure love movement. In the academic field, efforts in higher education and practice of philosophy of peace are being made at the University of Bridgeport in the United States and Sunmun University in Korea. In the media field, the Washington Times in the USA, the Sege Times of Korea, Sekai Nepo in Japan, and other media organs throughout North and South America have created a network. This soon will expand to 185 countries and contribute greatly towards bringing the world people together. This is a rally for leaders in the world of soccer. Soccer fever is sweeping Korea and Japan, and the entire world has come together in a festive atmosphere. Ultimately, though the proper way for the world of sports is that the Olympic and the World Cup should guide the world's people along the way of reconciliation and peace. Occasionally, there is a cause for concern over money and power climbing to contaminate the pure spirit of athleticism. It is necessary to examine carefully whether salaries offered to top players are excessive and whether wealthy parties are engaging in unethical I couldn't pronounce speculative of monopolistic practice. To contribute towards world peace through sports, I have invested in the development of soccer in Korea by founding Ilhwa professional soccer team some time ago, and more recently, I had Sunmun University begin a soccer team. In Brazil as well, we are managing the Sinen and Scroba professional soccer teams. My interest in the management of soccer teams goes beyond business pursuits. My priority is to teach sportsmen to young people on the university soccer team so that they can be trained to join professional team and contribute to the world peace through sports. It is well known that soccer began in England. It was developed at Eton College, a school for the sons of aristocrats, where in addition to knowledge, physical fitness was considered an important quality for leaders. Because of the importance of teamwork in soccer, however, it did not take long for soccer's popularity to grow beyond the aristocracy and encompasses the large society. Even if one player is exceptionally skillful, it is still difficult for a team to win unless the other member can back up this individual. The ball is round and can roll this way or that, but the ball is honest and its roll where a player kicks it. This is a principle of purposeful community underlying the game of soccer. In this game, there is no way for established powers to use tricky to preserve their position. Neither is there an order according to which teams are allowed to score goal. In soccer, it doesn't matter whether a country is large or small, strong or weak. Goals are secured honestly, bringing joy and happiness to everyone. In soccer, there is only the energetic communal harmony that comes from team play. When I was reading this speech, this last sentence, in soccer, there is only the energetic communal harmony that comes from team play. When I was working in Fiji, when I was doing a mission in Fiji, most of the time I was deciding the things alone, and I used to do the things alone. I used to maybe make a lot of mistakes and again learn and again do other things. But when I came to Australia, now I'm learning to work in a team. I realize that here we work in a team. We don't make decision ourselves, but we make decision in a team, and we work in a team, and we live for we learn from each other. So these things, working in a team and giving a good things to the society in team is good. As the players in the soccer, they cannot accomplish the thing alone. They have to work in a very good team spirit. This kind of realization came to me. Soccer and other sports, as well as the entirety of leisure culture, have developed over a long period. Sports were created to create strong bodies and maintain safe societies. Today, they have developed globally and bring enjoyment and enrichment to the lives of billions of people. So we must seek ways by which sports can contribute to the achievement of peace for all the world's people. The world stands at the dawn of a new millennium. Astonishing developments in the information technology are bringing the ideal of a world family into reality. On the other hand, it is also true that the world faces a moral crisis with the danger that spiritual values will be destroyed. We must look to sports for constructive proposal on how to overcome Hinduism and self-centered values among young people. Sports employ rules to ensure fair competition. Thus, define competition differs from conflict. The two exist on different levels. The conflict appears in the savage and bloody thirsty law of the jungle by which animals live. Here, one side uses physical and military strength to neglect the other side's existence and annihilate him. Competition in sports is different from this. Rules are established, the winner is decided under these rules, and each side acknowledges the other. A gentlemanly spirit governs sports. As large numbers of people watch, the athletes demonstrate the attitude of fair play and sportsmanship as they compete based on their talents, ability, and strength. They follow the law and rules that have been agreed upon, and they submit themselves to fair judgment by the referee. Fair play is considered the most important aspects of the game. It requires obeying laws and follow the rules. Breaking the rules and committing faults results in the loss of points, expulsion from the game, and the eventual loss of the privilege of participation. The offending players are punished. Athletes pour out all the energy, sincerity, and courage for the sake of the victory and glory of the individual and his or her country. The victorious players receive a crown of laurels, a gold medal, and a bequeath. They are congratulated with thunders and apples, and their national anthem is played as their country's flag is raised. Such a ceremony brings the height of emotion, the ultimate glory, and the celebration for us all. The virtue of sports is when the loser doesn't dwell on his disappointment and upholds the accomplishment of the winner. In sports, there is beautiful fragrance of friendship and love among like-minded people. The beauty of the players appears when they demonstrate sportsmanship. They must work hard, shed sweats and tears, and achieve incredible standards of skills. They must be trained in virtue of fairness, proper order, and etiquette. The realm of sports has made large contribution to modern society. It has contributed to our physical and mental health and has provided excitement through skillful play. The love of sports can transcend religion, religious dogma, and political ideology. All people can become one through sport. So sports can spread the banquet of reconciliation and peace, where the hearts of all world's people can come together as one. Though the Cold War has ended, the world is yet unable to throw off its common yoke of suffering. As the September 11 tragedy demonstrated, the world is in agony over the conflict and strife between religious and ethnic groups. In addition, the world's natural environment is being destroyed. Young people who are to be responsible for the future are becoming clinical, fascinated with materialism and Hinduism, falling prey to drugs and abandon civil norms. To solve these problems, we need to graft the authentic spirit of sports into a foundation of the truth that teaches us to live like God for the sake of others, and we need to put this spirit and truth into practice. In this way, we will be able to build a world of harmony, peace, and unification. For this reason, I'm happy to announce the establishment of Sun Moon Cup. The Sun Moon Peace Cup is the cup of the sun and the moon, the cup of the parents of heaven and earth, and the cup of peace. May it shine forever with the light of pure love. The Sun Moon Peace Cup is different from the existing trophy, for they exclude God, emphasize entertainment and ideology celebrities. We must know God and the spirit world truly. We must walk the path of truth. The Sun Moon Cup will be a festival. It will bring together efforts towards the original world of God and idol in the field of religion, science, political, economic, and sports, including the unique contribution of women and youth. In it, people will express the desire for humanity to come together as one large family. It will serve as a particularly important starting point for our progress towards the ideal of true peace, centering on God's true love, transcending barriers between race, countries, ethnic groups, religions, and ideologies. The Sun Moon Peace Cup will not only celebrate the healthy spirit of humanity, as our spiritual nature continue to develop, we will become a festival of internal and external reconciliation and harmony within the whole community. It will be a place where people unite into one mind, one family, and in one heart to open the way towards God's ideal of creation, a world of peace, freedom, and happiness. I want to inform you that Pele has already promised to work with me for this great cause. I'd like to ask FIFA, Pele Promotion, and everyone here to take a leading role and contribute significantly towards the development of Sun Moon Peace Cup. I pray that God's love and blessing will flow abundantly upon you and your family. Thank you. So this is the speech given by our true father on that particular day. What I could summarize, or what I can conclude through this speech is father's urgency about telling the sportsmen the importance for the living for the sake of others and working together. Sports is there, but the internal goal, father is trying to let people understand the internal part, the internal aspects of playing sports. I believe there are a lot of things that father spoke about sports arts, and culture. Sorry for my Nepanglish. Sorry for my Nepanglish. I believe some words I could not pronounce properly, and it was not easy for the English listener to understand my reading. I really apologize for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Reverend Santosh, for sharing. That's not a problem at all. I mean, we're used to hearing many people speak English in their native accent, so it's not a problem. And anyway, by having the words, we can read what the word is anyway. So thank you. And yeah, I was reflecting on that. It's a great message. Always fathers highlighting living for the sake of others, and of course, one of the important sports is sports fishing, which happened in New Zealand, and something that Rev Taka noted was that all the prizes went to Oceania, which I thought was great. And also a sign and hundreds. Someone said 400 fish were caught in one day, and the number 40 is also a great significance to us. Yes, meaning that the separation from Satan once and for all. Listening to this speech, another aspect of living for the sake of others occurred, or Father said, and I realized more deeply. Living for the sake of others not only allows a unity and unification, but one of the mechanisms of living for the sake of others is that of sacrifice. Usually when I think of living for the sake of others, I think of positive, I'm sure everything is positive input, but in a positive way. And normally sacrifice, we give up the thing we love so that others can benefit. And so it just occurred to me again, that living for the sake of others and sacrifice go hand in hand, just as the other realization I had there, that as we always know, that love cannot exist without a partner, is not alone, but it also, you read that happiness cannot be achieved alone, and we need that partner. And actually there's probably many things in the pair system that God created that cannot function on its own. And then the other thing, when Father started talking about soccer, and that was that he mentioned principle of purposeful community, and I thought, oh, that's an interesting term, to have a community that's purposeful. And then he used the example of soccer and the way that sports function, that essentially the team backs up the individual, meaning the community backs up the individual in the community that's taking the lead role, and then mention the rules and the fair play and full investment of the community. So honest, that soccer is honest, and the ball rolls where the player kicks it. And so like the community, the ball is sort of like I started thinking like the purpose of the community, the direction the community goes, and the team backs it up, and the player kicks it, and then the community grows according to that direction. If the community feels that it wants to highlight families, then the community becomes structured to support the family. Or if the community highlights the political system, then the team sets up to change the political system so it benefits everyone. So anyway, I was just thinking a few things today, and it's always a great speech, and it was read well. Thank you, Santosh. So open up to others who'd like to make any comment. Thank you.
When I was reading the speech, Reverend Sethi was in my screen. And I was getting power because Reverend Sethi is a sportsman, and I was getting power from him. And yesterday I saw him meeting one of the Methodist pastor in Samoa. I believe he's preparing for Reverend Utaka's and President Hori's visit there, preparing the meeting. So I just wanted to share that when I was reading, I get a lot of power from Reverend Sethi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Reverend John Santosh. Yeah, I get a lot of power from. I feel a lot of spiritual energy here in the time of this coming of Reverend Hori and Reverend Yamada. I really feel like the Holy Spirit is centered, and where this central providence is moving. So I'm getting very good support from the local national church leaders and Ifakasa and Methodist and Apostolic. It's a different age, I feel. And I really strongly feel we can fill the MCG, Reverend Arju. I've decided that's your name, Reverend Arju. And we've got to put Arju and MCG, fill it all up. And I've been saying to some of these church leaders and summoners, I'm telling them about your vision to fill MCG with the rally of God. Okay, we're preaching the word for you. And one of my cousins, actually, he's an elder for the northern part of Melbourne. He's in charge of 9 churches, and there's about 30 Ifakasa churches in Melbourne. So you can imagine among the island communities, there's a plethora of opportunity to connect up the dots and play as a team and score the goal of MCG.
Jew.
Dare to be a Daniel.
So how was it, Daniel, giving that presentation yesterday?
Yeah, that was really good yesterday. Really good. Everyone seemed to really enjoy the time, and you connected well. Yeah, I didn't
You
get
had a
too
great
much.
crowd there with all the ministers and.
Yeah. We had a really good crowd, and no, it was really good. I think everyone had a good time, and
What was your takeaway from it? You presented, but you also listened to the other person. What was your takeaway from that meeting?
I don't know.
Sorry to put you on.
I was really focusing on how everyone else was doing and how they were enjoying, because we had 4 new ministers there, so I was really concerned about how they were enjoying it. I was not reflecting very well on very much, but yeah. After the online event, we had 3 of the ministers get up and talk. We had Pastor Steve Khan and Pastor Adini and Pastor John Lamb all come up and speak. And yeah, look, they spoke from the heart and the spirit. And I think also Nikki Shaw, she spoke as well during the online event, and yeah, she anyway, she displayed her character. She just spoke from the heart and just kept talking. Aju. Um, and yeah, um they all really liked it. They especially Reverend Gospel, who was Sunico's contact. He, at the end of the day, he was like, "Okay, thank you so much. See you later. When's the next one?" Like very positive. So we'll see how we go for April.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chew.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to
Yeah.
connect with Seti's kin in Melbourne. Jew.
Yeah. I need to get those details of him. Yeah. If he looks after 9 churches, he got 9 pastors at least.
My gosh.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Actually, it's that time now for us to offer our unison prayer. So thank you. And I'll just share the screen. 1 second. All right. So let's pray together. Thank you. Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Reverend Santosh, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
One.